Hi everyone. So in today's video, my first video, I am going to read a poem, give a little backstory, and then we're going to discuss it a bit. I haven't heard this poem in a really, really long time, but in the show my husband and I are watching, it briefly quoted it, and well, I feel like it's super relevant, and we're gonna hash it out a little. So I will not be able to pronounce this gentleman's name, his last name rather, so I will leave all that information in the description. The poem is by a gentleman named Martin. The poem is called Then They Came for Me. First they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. This poem is about Nazi Germany and the Holocaust, as I'm sure you surmised. Martin was a pastor in Germany, and he sympathized with many Nazi ideas and supported radical left. Radical right. It says radically right-winged political movements. Goodness, I want to make sure I give accurate information. However, when Hitler became, the dictator of Germany, or rose to power, what have you, he started interfering with the church. And Martin spoke out against that. And he spent 8 years in a concentration camp from 1937 to 1945. Well, just think about that for a minute. Are you thinking about that? This is a man, a gentleman, who very much supported the person that came to power in his own country. He thought he was a great man, and he supported and believed in what this person was running for and advocated for, etc., etc. But then when he overstepped and invaded the church, which was something Martin didn't believe was right, that wasn't okay. So despite Martin supporting Hitler and that time, he still found himself in a concentration camp. A supporter. Did you hear that? A supporter found himself in a concentration camp because he didn't believe that the government had any place in a church. not only do I feel like this is relevant to today, I think it speaks volumes. I obviously, as you can tell, I mean, if you didn't notice already, that, oh my goodness, okay, I did not vote red. Okay, I voted blue. And I unfortunately have to find out, even though I'm not the one that fucked around. I see lots of people say things like, why are you speaking out? Why do you make videos like that? Why are you saying those things? It could be a federal crime. You could go to jail. You could get your social media platform banned or taken down. Who cares? Why would you want to put your foot in your own mouth? Do you want to be that person? Do you want to be like Martin, and when they come for you, there's no one left to speak out for you because you didn't speak out for others? Do you think that if you stay silent, and because if you don't say anything, nothing's going to happen to you? Do you think that because you voted for him, you're untouchable? I'd really like to know, honestly. I'd like to know what the thought process is behind all of that, and why people are so accepting of history repeating itself. I mean, did we not learn from the first time? I mean, clearly we didn't. Clearly we didn't learn shit from the first time, because I mean, that's where we're headed. That's where we're going. I mean, your solution, no, I'm not gonna generalize. People's solution seems to be to just hide. I've seen posts on TikTok saying, can we go back to the closet? Like, let's run back to the closet. Like, why? Why are we running back to the closet? But anyways, yeah. I don't want to be like Martin. I don't want to sit quietly and hope nothing happens. I don't want to hide and hope that it just, 4 years goes by super quick and my little bubble isn't burst. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want history to repeat itself. I don't want to spend the next 4 years living, some crazy whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like those families in V for Vendetta, okay? I'm not going to sit on a couch in my living room, next to my husband with my children and just huddled around a television because there's a curfew and we're watching propaganda and bullshit on TV. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be that person. If you don't suffer from collective amnesia, if you voted blue, you should definitely come join me on this crazy train. If you see this video and you did vote for the Republican candidate, whether you agree still and stand by your vote and your stance, or you've now changed your stance and your opinion after fucking around and finding out, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Yeah. Until next time.